Quest 2 head straps. Now this week, for the first time ever, BoboVR, instead of launching a single strap, they launched a whole line of straps, their Plus lineup. So far, most of them have come in. We're still missing the last few, so today we're gonna be checking out the M1 Plus with battery. Let's open this thing up. The launch price of around $60 so far. We've seen the M1 Plus has launched the M2 Plus, the M2 Plus Pro. They're all available on Amazon right now, just some of them haven't shipped out yet. Gotta have that small, sharp unboxing knife when you're opening a box. We got the same cushy top strap as the M1 Plus has, and most people like that. It's what the Kiwi Elite uses, although I did see a comment where one person said they really don't because it makes headphones a little harder to put on because they don't sit right on top of your head. So that was an interesting thing. I hadn't heard that from anybody else. We've got the alternate padding. So the back pad is now similar to the Oculus Elite style, where it's a rubber round ring, but it's very flexible, so it can really mold to the back of any skull shape. But then on top of that, they include pleather thicker pads and the thinner honeycomb pads so that you can customize it to your own head feel. So this one is identical to the M1 Plus that we checked out, except now it comes with that battery dock all pre-installed, good to go there. And then of course the cable over here and the cable management clip is already in place. Just like the other one, we need to push this into the back. I showed off the clips in the other video, but we can put a clip up here from those same shots that shows you how these work. They have teeth on either side, and then they have a hole in the end where a pin slips into it to really hold this thing in place. I see that it actually butts up against the actual battery dock, but they made the battery dock round in the same shape. It seems smart. Got that little USB-C to C cable. Another one of those beautiful BoboVR battery packs. One click to turn it on. Double click to turn it off. Top pad's a pretty easy install into the actual ring itself. Part that's a bit more of a pain, of course, is this part. And then these slip in. They now added that tooth right there, if you can see that. So no longer do you have a problem with the M1s of them wanting to slide off. Whew. Tooth snaps on very tight. You're not afraid that that's gonna come off once you get it on there. Whew, very tight on that one, actually. Battery magnets on like always. Feels just as stable as before. I like that. Got a good amount of counterweight with that battery in the back. You do notice the wobble a bit more from side to side now though, and having a different facial interface, something that fits you a little better, might also help there. But definitely because you have so much weight in the back now here, it does make it a little more bouncy from side to side. Still, I would say just as comfortable, but I need to check it with a different, these are two different facial interfaces. I need to swap one on there, so I'll do that here in a second. It is a weird choice that on the new M2 Plus, they made these notched and they kind of lock in place almost here, like that will hold there. Where for some reason on the M1, they kept it a completely loose swivel on there. It still feels stable and good, but it's just interesting that they didn't choose to have those notches because I feel like the notches are a really nice touch. The weight of the battery definitely makes you notice the side-to-side wobble a little bit more. You want to make sure whatever facial interface you have is really fitting you well, because that is obvious. The trade-off of having that weight pulling the whole thing back, kind of keeping the weight off your face, I definitely think this feels more comfortable than the M1 Plus. Although the M1 Plus feels really comfortable. I am really impressed with how it feels, but this just gives you that little bit of pressure off your face, which is nice. And then of course it does the same thing as the other one did. You can fully pull this up out of the way if you're a developer or something, or streamer, you need to check what's going on. You can pull it up and put it right back down. That's a really nice touch as well. But essentially this is the exact same strap as the M1 Plus, except they have swapped out this piece right here, which you can also do with a kit. You can take that off and swap that out. They've swapped that out with their battery dock here, which is very similar still to the M2 Pro battery spot. It's a little bit smaller, it doesn't have all this extra plastic off to the sides, but it's still, you can see the magnets there, you can see all the pins down below. It looks identical in every other way. So what does this mean to everybody out there? This means that there is yet another Elite style battery strap on the market that has been improved pretty much everywhere I thought that it needed it, from the original M1, now with the Plus, now with this modular design for the battery pack in the back, and of course using this nice cupping pad in the back on the back of your head. And it's come out before Kiwi has launched their elite battery strap, which a lot of people have been waiting for. So currently, if you're out there right now, this is the one to get if you want the most comfortable elite battery strap on the market. And especially the fact that other battery straps don't have this. You can't swap batteries in the middle, so once your strap dies and your headset dies, you gotta put it somewhere and charge it. This just changes it. You can play forever with this. So this whole Plus line has been really incredible. They've really taken the feedback that we have given, that consumers have given, and really ran with it. I like that. I would love if they do another, I kind of feel like they're probably gonna wait at this point for the Cambria, the Quest, or whatever. But if they did another, I'd really love to see one like the Kiwi. I would like to see that this could bend up, but it doesn't bend down. Because I feel like that bending down kind of stops you from being able to counter any weight through the sidearms, and all the counterbalance has to be provided through that top strap, which it does a pretty good job, but I would like to see one that does lock on the bottom. Although, of course, some people said with the Kiwi, they don't like that it locks like that. So what do you think out there? Have you been waiting on a strap, hoping something new was gonna come out, and is this finally the time to do it? Keep in mind, hopefully tomorrow, if it comes in today, we will also be dropping the M2 Plus Pro. It's getting a little wordy here, but we got their new M2. We'll be reviewing the one with the battery pack as well. And that also comes with a little dock for the batteries to give you unlimited playtime. So we will be reviewing that as soon as it comes in. But in the meantime, I'd love to know, what do you think about this whole Plus lineup? What do you think about Quest 2 accessories in general? Are you still excited about them, or with more headsets and rumors on the horizon, are you starting to hold out and wait for that next headset? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for coming out and being here with us today, and I will see you in another reality.